We're going to practice Sithilikarana Vyayama or joint loosening practices. These are also joint strengthening practices. In a yoga routine, generally this is prescribed to be the first step, followed by asana practice, followed by pranayama, and then followed by relaxation. You can switch pranayama and relaxation as 3 and 4 if need, depending on what works for you. But generally, you start with Sithilikarana Vyayama. So this is the joint loosening practice. This also gives you a nice workout. We're going to go through a series of routines today. You can, depending on how much time you have and what your capability is, you can tailor your practice, and the number of repetitions within each practice, even that you can change. The more the repetitions, generally the deeper the practice is. But again, depending on how much time you have, you can tailor how many repetitions you want to do. Okay, we'll start with some breathing practices, some within Sithilikarana Vyayama. We'll start with arm stretch breathing, legs together or maybe slightly apart for balance if you want to. Bring your arms in front of you at your shoulder level, elbows straight. While inhaling, open up your chest, and while exhaling, bring your hands together. Continue the practice. Remember to keep your elbows straight. Your entire body is straight, only your arms are moving. Let's continue the practice. Take your awareness to your arms, your shoulders, and resist the urge to lower your arms. Today we'll do about 20 of them, but you can do as many as you want when you're actually doing your practice. But try to increase the number as you keep practicing these routines. Take your awareness to your arms. You can keep your eyes closed or open depending on what's convenient for you. But remember to always take your awareness to your arms and try to be in sync with your body. Synchronize your breath, your body, and your practice. Inhale out, exhale in. Inhale out, exhale in. Inhale out, exhale in. And stop the practice. The next practice we're going to do is sideward bending, lateral sideward bending breathing, or Ardhakachakrasana breathing. Take your hands above your head, keep your elbows straight. You can turn your palms up, lock your fingers and turn your palms up. Keep your legs together. While exhaling, bend laterally to the right. While inhaling, come back. And while exhaling, to the left. Synchronize the practice in your breathing. You're bending laterally. You should feel a nice stretch on the right side of your body. As I'm bending to the right, you should feel a nice stretch here. If you don't feel the stretch, maybe you're bending this way. That's not correct. So try to bend laterally to the sides. Adjust yourself. Synchronize your practice and your breathing. Keep your knees straight and elbows straight as much as possible. With every exhalation, see if you can bend further down. Maybe you can practice about 10 rounds at minimum and stop the practice. The next practice you're going to do is ankle stretch breathing. Legs slightly apart for balance. Find a point in front of you for focus. And while focusing on that point, while inhaling, lift your hands above your head and lift your heels off the ground. Focus on a point for balance, and while exhaling, bring your heels down and your hands down. Continue the practice. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Stretch your entire body, your ankles, your legs, your waist, your spine, your arms. Stretch every part part of your body as you're doing this practice. You feel a nice stretch through the entire body. Do about 10 rounds. You can, if you focus on a point for balance, and after you're done with your 10 rounds, gently stop the practice and relax. Notice all the changes in your body. Okay, for the next practice, we're going to do some simple neck rotation and neck practices. Relax your shoulders, don't keep them tight, just relax them. Makes this neck practice more effective. Entire body straight, spine straight. While inhaling, bend your head back up and look up as much as you can. Feel a nice stretch in your throat. And while exhaling, relax your shoulders. Take your chin to your chest as much as you can. Inhale up and exhale down. Hold about 5 rounds. Inhale up. The entire body is still on your neck is moving. Relax your shoulders. And stop the practice. And keep your chin close to your chest. And while inhaling, we'll gently, very slowly start rotating our neck in the clockwise direction. Keep your neck stretched. Feel the nice stretch on the right side or on the left side of your neck as you're doing it. Inhale, experience every single degree of rotation. And as you take your neck to the left, feel the stretch on the right side and exhale. Keep your neck stretched. Feel the nice stretch on your neck. Inhale to the right and back. Exhale to the left and down. If you have tightness anywhere as you're doing it, at any point, say at this point you feel tight, hold that position. Take a few deep breaths. Keep your awareness on the position, on the neck at this moment, on the tightness, and try to relax it and take a few breaths. If you don't feel any tightness, continue the practice. We'll do about 2 rounds, only 2 rounds in each direction. While doing neck rotations, keep your eyes open. And now we'll change the direction. Inhale back, up. Exhale to the right and down. Inhale to the left. Keep the neck stretched. Don't want to keep the neck stretched. And exhale to the right and down. After 2 rounds, we'll gently stop the practice. And one more neck practice we're going to do is, while exhaling, bend your neck to the left. Feel the nice stretch on the right side. Relax your neck. Inhale up and exhale to the right. Feel the nice stretch on the left side and stop the practice. The next practice we're going to do is shoulder rotations. Bring your fingers together, place them on your shoulders. Relax your shoulders, open up your chest, relax your shoulders. And while inhaling, bring your elbows together in front of you. And take your hands above your head. And while exhaling, open up your chest, bring your elbows together on the back. Try to bring your elbows together on the back. And try to deepen your practice. Inhale to the front and up. And exhale to the back and down. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Synchronize your practice and your breathing. Try to deepen your practice. When you take your arms back, open up your chest. And when you bring your arms together in the front, try to contract your chest. Take your arms up as much as possible. And synchronize your practice and your breathing. Inhale up, exhale back and down. After 10 rounds, we'll do about 5 rounds in this, but you can do 10 rounds if you want to. Inhale back, up, exhale front, down. Inhale back, up, exhale front, down. Inhale back, up, exhale, fall down. Take your awareness to your shoulders and your neck. Notice all the changes as you're doing this practice. Synchronize your practice and your breathing. And stop the practice. Notice the changes in your body after doing this practice. For the next practice, we're going to spread our legs, maybe like half a foot, maybe 1 foot. We'll do the spinal twist. Arms at shoulder level. While exhaling, twist your body to the right and look back and bring your left hand close to your chest. Inhale, up, up, come back to the center, exhale, twist your body to the left and look back and right hand close to the center. Continue the practice. You're not stopping anywhere. It's one smooth motion. Try to keep your arms always at shoulder level. Try not to lower them. Keep your knees straight. Only your upper body is moving as much as possible. You're not stopping anywhere. Synchronize your practice and your breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Let your breath guide your practice. Increase the pace of your practice. As you twist your spine and look back, try to look back, follow your hand that's going back. That helps you twist further. Take your awareness to your spine. Notice all the changes in your spine as you're doing this practice. Slow down. And stop the practice. Notice all the changes in your body after doing this practice. Close your eyes for a second. Okay, open your eyes. For the next practice we're going to do is we're going to do forward bending. So legs together or slightly apart for balance. Whenever you do forward bending, don't bend from this way. Try to bend from the bottom of your spine as if you're trying to take your tummy to your thighs. Try to bend like this. Try not to bend like this. So you can place your legs slightly apart for balance. And while inhaling, take your hands above your head. Try to keep your knees straight through the practice. While exhaling, bend down and swing your arms up behind your body. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. I'm going to turn this way so that you can see what I'm doing. Inhale up, exhale down. Try to keep your knee straight. Try to take your chin to your chest. Bend from the bottom of your spine. Try to keep your knees straight as much as possible. Do about 15 to 20 rounds. And stop the practice. Notice all the changes in your body after doing this practice. Okay. For the next practice we're going to do some waist rotations. Legs slightly apart. Place your hands on. You can place your hands either behind your body or you can place them side by side. This is probably convenient. While try to keep your legs straight. Only your waist is moving. Inhale to the back. Exhale to the front. Rotate your waist in clockwise direction. As you push your waist, your midriff to the front, feel the nice compression in the back. And after about 10 rounds, let's change the direction. You can keep your legs apart or together depending on how you feel in terms of balance. After 10 rounds, gently stop the practice. Okay, the next practice we're going to do is like squats. So you can place your legs about 1 feet. The closer the legs, the better. But depending on what your capability is, you can place your legs. Maybe you can start with 1 feet. With your hands, you can either leave them by the sides. You can place them behind your neck, or you can place them here in front of you, whichever is comfortable for you. So I'm going to place my hands behind my neck. So while exhaling, you're completely sitting down. Inhale, come back up. If you can't do completely sitting down, you can do however far you can do. Try to keep your entire heel on the ground. Try not to lift your heel. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. We'll do about 10 rounds. And you're trying to keep your back straight also as you do this practice. You're trying not to bend forward. After 10 rounds, gently stop the practice. Close your eyes for a few seconds and relax. Okay, open your eyes. The next practice we're going to do is Yoga-Sithilikarana Vyayama. So you'll take your legs about maybe 3 or 4 feet. Stretch your hands sideways, and while exhaling, come into the tabletop position. You're bending from your lower back, and while exhaling, take your right hand to your left leg or past your left leg. Try to keep your knee straight. Left hand over your head. Look at your left hand. Inhale and exhale. We'll continue the practice on both sides. While exhaling, we're trying to take our hand close to the leg on the other side. Try to keep your knee straight. Your other hand is you're trying to twist and bend both. Try to extend your hand as close as possible to your leg. If you can go past your leg, that's good. And as you twist, try to look up. We'll do about 15 to 20 rounds. Try to keep your knee straight. Synchronize your practice. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And after about 10-15 rounds, gently stop the practice and relax for a few seconds. Okay. Now we'll go into some sitting Vyayamas. Let's come into the sitting position. We'll start with Vajrasana. We'll sit in Vajrasana, the thunderbolt pose, for a few seconds. Your buttocks are sitting on your heels. Your legs are stretched out, and your knees are together. Your back is straight. There's Vajrasana. We'll hold Vajrasana for about 30 seconds. Your palms on your thighs. Keep your eyes closed, back straight. Relax your shoulders. We'll start with Sachantasana breathing, the child pose breathing. You can take your hands behind your body. Through the entire practice, try to see if you can keep your buttocks on your heels. Try not to lift them if possible. If you can't, that's okay. Take your hand behind your body. Hold your right wrist with your left hand. And while inhaling, slightly bend backward. While exhaling from the bottom of your spine, take your abdomen to your thighs, take your chest to your thighs. Take your forehead to the ground, chin to your chest. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. You're trying to bend from the bottom of your spine. Continue the practice. Synchronize your practice in your breathing. You can keep your eyes open or closed. We'll do about 10 rounds. After 10 rounds, stop the practice. Notice the changes in your body. Okay. The next practice we're going to do is tiger breathing or cat-cow breathing. Your thighs, your knees are one elbow length, one elbow length, and your knees and your hands are one elbow and one wrist. So your hands are one elbow length and your hands are one elbow and one wrist. Fingers spread out, toes, feet stretched out, knees, elbows straight. While inhaling, arch your back down and look up. And while exhaling, arch your back up as much as you can and take a chin to your chest. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Synchronize the practice in your breathing. Only your spine is moving, the rest of your body is not moving. Your spine is doing all the work. Try to keep your elbows straight. And after about 10 rounds, gently stop the practice and leave your hands there and bring your legs together a little bit. Okay? We'll continue the practice while inhaling. Lift your leg and try to bring your feet as close as possible to your head. And while exhaling, try to bring your knee as close as possible to your forehead. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. About 10 rounds. Now we'll move on to the other leg. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Deepen your practice as much as you can. Synchronize your practice and your breathing. After about 10 rounds, gently stop the practice and sit back in Vajrasana. If you're not able to sit in Vajrasana, you can put a pillow under your ankles this way, or you can put a pillow under between your legs and your ankles. So, or if you're not able to sit, you can sit with your legs crossed. It doesn't matter. Take a few minutes. Notice all the changes in your body after doing this practice. And then release Vajrasana and come into Dandasana. This is the beginning position for all sitting postures. Back straight, chin up, knees straight, hands by the sides of your thighs. So the next practice we're going to do is the Bhunamanasana Vyayama. So in this practice, you're trying to take your forehead and touch it behind your body on the ground. So you can do whatever is comfortable for you, or how much ever you go, the more you practice, the easier it gets. So, and in this whole practice, you're trying to keep both your feet on the ground, and if possible, as much as possible, try to keep your buttocks on the ground too. Okay? While exhaling, I'll do it this way. While exhaling, twist your body to the left, place your hands on the ground and take your forehead to the ground. Inhale up and take your hands as close as possible to your feet and try to, and if you're not able to do it, you can just do this. And while exhaling, repeat the same practice on the other side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Take your awareness to your waist region as you do this practice and synchronize your practice in your breathing. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. In this practice, take your awareness to your spine. Take your awareness to your waist region. Feel the stimulation in that region. After about 10 rounds, gently stop the practice after you practice on the left side. And relax for a few seconds. Notice the changes in your body. Okay, we'll now do the next practice. For the next practice, come into the Dandasana and then spread out your legs as much as you can. So take your hands and as far as you can. If you can hold on to your toes or your feet, that's okay. If you can hold on to your ankles, that's fine too. Whatever you can hold on to, use this. Hold on to this, and use it as a lever to pull yourself to the front. To try to take your forehead as close as possible to the ground. Try to bend from your lower back. Stretch out your toes. Okay, now, so while exhaling, take both your hands as close as possible to your feet, and then try to take your forehead as close as possible to your knees. Inhale, and then we'll do other side. Inhale, we'll do other side. We'll do about 5 rounds of this. And if you're having trouble, if you're having trouble, you can basically bend your knees, or you can, if you feel any tightness on the sides, you can simply bring your legs together for a few seconds, bend them, and then go back into this position. Okay. And now in this position, we'll continue one more practice. Imagine a giant wheel in front of you. You're holding onto the wheel with both your hands. If possible, you can try to touch the ground with both your hands. And imagine, and let's start rotating this giant wheel in clockwise direction. Inhale, deepen your practice. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Try to touch your toes as we do this practice and touch the ground. After about 5 rounds, change the direction. We'll do anti-clockwise. As you bend down, try to take your chin to your chest. Try to bend down from the bottom of your spine. Synchronize your practice and your breathing. Try to keep your elbows straight. Do not bend them. Inhale up. Exhale down. After 5 rounds, gently stop the practice and relax for a few seconds. Okay, now we'll continue practicing. Again, if you feel any tightness, you can kind of bring your legs close together this way or this way for a few seconds, and then you can go back. If you're having trouble doing this practice, you can bend your knees, or you can take the support of a wall if you need to. And we'll do some simple forward bending, hands on the ground, and while exhaling, slide your hands on the ground as much as you can. Try to keep your knees straight. Inhale, come back up. Exhale. Inhale, up and exhale. Every time, see if you can extend your arms a little bit further down, farther away from your body. Again, you're bending from the bottom of your spine. As you bend down, take your chin to your chest. It helps with increasing how far you can bend. And after about 5 to 10 rounds, you can gently stop the practice and relax for a few seconds. Place your hands on the ground behind you, drop your head back and relax for a few seconds. Okay, the next practice we're going to do is the butterfly Vyayama. So bring your heels as close as possible to your groin region. You can hold your feet with both your hands, and then keep your back straight, chin up. Don't do this. Keep your back straight. if as much as possible. Again, you can take the support of a wall if you need to for this. And then let's imagine that we're a butterfly and let's flap our wings. Take your awareness to your groin region, your inner thighs. Feel the changes in your groin and your inner thighs. As you do this practice, try to relax that region. You can keep your eyes closed or open. And let's start flapping our wings a little bit faster. Imagine you're going in a garden, a beautiful garden with beautiful flowers, and you're going from flower to flower collecting nectar. And you want to go further and further. Slow down and then bend forward as if you're trying to suck nectar out of the flower. Bend as far as you can. Try to bend from your lower back. Try to take your tummy to your feet. Try to take your chest to the ground. And if you want, you can release your hands. You can place them in front of you, whichever is comfortable for you. And take your forehead as close as possible to the ground. Try to relax your legs, your inner thighs. If you relax your body, you can bend a little bit further down. Suck your abdomen in with every exhalation. Inhale, come back and exhale. Release your legs, release the position. Relax your legs. And stop the practice. Close your eyes for a few seconds. Notice the changes in your body after doing this practice. Okay, now we'll go into the prone position. We'll lie down on your tummy. Stretch out our toes on the ground, hands by the sides of our body. The first practice we're going to do is single leg raising. So try to keep your knees straight, chin on the ground, knees straight, and while inhaling, we'll lift each leg about 5 to 10 rounds. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Take your awareness to your lower back. Take your awareness to your thighs. Notice the changes as you do this practice. After 10 rounds, gently stop the practice and do it on the other side. Synchronize the practice in your breathing. And stop the practice. Relax in Makarasana, the crocodile pose. Your inner, the inner side of your feet on the ground, heels pointing towards each other, hands under your chin. This is Makarasana. Okay. For the next practice, we'll spread out our legs, our hands in front of us on the ground. While inhaling, lift your upper body and lower body off the ground. Exhale down. Inhale up, knees straight, elbows straight. Inhale up, exhale down. Up, exhale down. We'll do about 10 rounds. And after 10 rounds, relax in Makarasana. Okay, for the next practice we're going to do is Dhanurasana warm-up. So if you can do it with both the legs, you can simply just Try to do Dhanurasana, or you can just do with one leg. So the actual warm-up is bend your knees, hold both your ankles with your hands. You can spread your legs out a little bit. Now while you inhale, you lift your upper body and lower body off the ground and try to swing your body to the sides to touch both the feet on the ground on each side. We'll do about 10 rounds. If you're not able to do this, one thing you could do is you can simply try to see if you can hold just one leg with either both hands or one hand, and you can place your hand on the front or one hand on in front of you and try to do something like this. And if you're not able to do that, you can simply just hold, or you can just hold both, whichever is comfortable for you. And then after this practice, relax in Makarasana. Okay, the next practice we're going to do is Parvatasana Bhujangasana warm-up or Vyayama. So bring your legs together for this practice. Heels stretched out, hands by the sides of your body, about just under your shoulders. And while inhaling, lift your upper body into Bhujangasana or Cobra pose. While exhaling, you can come into the Parvatasana and adjust your legs a little bit. Inhale and exhale. When you go to Parvatasana, try to bring your heels as close as possible to the ground. If possible, touch them. Try to take your knees straight, elbows straight. Try to take the chin to your chest and the top of your skull to the ground. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Do about 10 of this and exhale. Inhale and exhale. After about 10 of those, gently relax in Makarasana. Okay, for the next practice, we'll come into supine pose. We'll lie down on our back. The first practice we're going to do is twisting of our sideward twisting of our waist region. Take your hands and spread them on the ground at shoulder level, legs, knees bent, feet on the ground, heels as close as possible to your buttocks. And while exhaling, bend both your, try to bring your knees to the ground on the left side and look at your right hand. Inhaling up and exhale on the other side. We'll do this practice about 10 rounds. After about 10 rounds, then hold this position and then leave your legs as they are, hands by the sides of your body, and we'll do the bridge Vyayama, the Setubandhasana Vyayama. You can keep your legs, feet together, or you can spread them slightly for this practice. Inhaling, lift your midriff off the ground, while exhaling, bring it back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We'll do about 10 rounds of this. Synchronize the practice in your breathing. Try to deepen the practice. With every round, try to lift up as much as you can. And after about 10 rounds, gently stop the practice and stretch out your legs and relax for a few seconds. The next practice we're going to do is we're going to do single leg raisings. Bring your legs together, hands by the sides of your body, and without bending your knee, try to lift your right leg as high as possible, and exhale. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Do about 10 rounds on each leg. After about 10 rounds, we'll do the other leg. In, up. Synchronize your practice in your breathing. Try to keep your knees straight. After about 10 rounds, we'll stop the practice. Now we're going to do both leg raisings. So bring both your legs together and try to practice this without bending your knees. If you're not able to, then you can try to bend your knees a little bit. But see, as you practice more and more, see if you can keep your knees straight. Place your hands on the sides of your body. While inhaling, lift both your legs off the ground to 90 degrees and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. The other thing you could do is you can take your hands and place them under your buttocks and use it as a support, and then it gets a little bit easier if you do this. Try not to touch as you go down. See if you can start raising, like not touch but start raising a little bit just before you're going to touch your heels on the ground. And after 10 rounds, gently stop the practice and relax. The next practice we're going to do is cycling. Bend your knees and bring your legs, bring your thighs as close to your tummy, and let's start cycling while exhale. This forward cycling, try to extend your leg all the way as you do this practice. We'll do about 10 rounds. After 10 rounds, we'll change the direction. And after 10 rounds, we'll stop the practice and relax for a few seconds. Okay, the next practice we're going to do is Pavanamuktasana Kriya, or the wind release pose Kriya or Vyayama. Bring your legs, bring your thighs as close as possible to your tummy. Wrap your arms around your thighs and hug them real tight. Keep your legs together, and while exhaling, rock your body to the sides and come back to the center. And on the other side, you can lift your head if possible, or you can place your head on the ground. So if preferably, if you can lift your head, you can lift your head. Do about 10 rounds. Give a nice massage to your spine as you do this practice. And after 10 rounds, we'll start rolling, or I think this is rolling, and now we're going to rock. So you can place your hands on your hold your ankles and come up, place your feet on the ground and go back and try to take your legs above your ground, up and back. Try to lift your buttocks when your feet are on the ground and try to take your legs as much as possible behind your body. We'll do about 10 rounds. After about 10 rounds, we'll gently stop the practice and relax for a few seconds. Close your eyes. Notice all of the changes in your body after doing these practices. Okay, take your left hand above your head on the ground, bend your right knee and turn to the left. Just lie down on the side of your body for a few seconds. Using the support of your hands and your legs, come into the sitting position. So this is the right way to come up from a sleeping position. This puts the least amount of load on your spine. If you try to get up directly up, you could injure your spine. And now come to the standing position. So this ends the Sithilikarana Vyayama. Again, you can tailor it to how much time you have and what capability you have, and you can tailor the number of repetitions of each practice. And if you have time, the more repetitions and the more number of practices, the better. And generally, when you do your yoga routine, you would start with this, and then do Surya Namaskaras, and then do asanas, and then you do either pranayama or meditation or deep relaxation and the other one. And then you can add some meditation also at the end. So this is the prescribed routine. So the pranayama and the relaxation are very important, asanas too. So this is the dynamic part, and then as you start asanas, you're trying to do slower and then more deeper, and you're trying to hold asanas. Okay, thank you.